Okay guys, welcome back to Crypto Harmonics. We're going to do a Saturday kind of weekend roundup here, and I want to talk about something that I'm pretty excited about, something that I use and I kind of discovered the other day, which is pretty cool. So anyways, this Dash is just on a tear right now. So Dash is killing it. This is it, the US dollar. You see it went up and hit that psychological number 300. Could go further. That's pretty strong, but it may find resistance right there at that number. This was my line. This is my top line. I was looking at 278, but my real trade was on this one right here. If you guys have been following me, you know that we got in Dash Monday, looking for a nice run up. We had this really decent cipher pattern here, but also it was really hitting this this support. We had a lot of support down here too. So it's always nice when you hit one of these patterns and it goes right along into support. In fact, that's some of the only patterns that I'll take. A lot of the only patterns I'll take will have to run up into support. It just increases your odds and probability of it making a run up. Not always like this, but it will make some good runs up. And so anyways, hitting both of these targets, 26-27% more Bitcoin made in this week with the Dash trade. I mean, that's great. 27% in 1 week, that's awesome. I know Forex and futures traders that would kill for that. So if anybody's in Forex or futures and trying to figure out cryptocurrencies and just all that jazz, man, this is like normal returns in cryptocurrency land. I know it's hard to imagine. It was hard for me to wrap my brain around it at first. I'm like, what, 1-2% a day? Like, how is that even possible? But it's very possible. As you can see here, we made, and not only did we make, I mean, Bitcoin did not go down that much, right? We made more Bitcoin. We made 27% more Bitcoin. And if we go over to Bitcoin here relative to the dollar, it's had a little drop off here from, it touched 45, but it's been hovering in between, 4 and 44 all week. So, yeah, it really hasn't had a significant pullback yet. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. I'm sure it's coming, but yeah, as for right now, it's just kind of hanging out right there. Okay, let's look at Litecoin and Ethereum Classic real quick. Litecoin, on the other hand, has, Ethereum Classic is by far the worst of the three, but Litecoin's outpaced Bitcoin. It has. It's had a decent week. It's up maybe 3 or 4%, something like that. But if this day could kind of, let's zoom in here. If this day, what I'm looking at for today, if this day Litecoin can kind of suck back up here and leave a long wick and might even have a green candle, I'm really confident of hitting this first target at least, right? And then the second target we'll look and see. We'll watch price action, but I'll probably take half off here and do like I did on Dash and try and wait for this second target. And then Ethereum Classic is that was a buy for us right here. And it just, I mean, it has not gone anywhere. And like I said in the last video, it could be a good thing. Could be building up, getting ready to explode higher, or it could just fall, right? And so that's why we set our stop losses. I got a stop loss, let me set this right around here for Ethereum Classic. So if it falls down to here, I'm back into Bitcoin, right? And I'm not trying to mess with it. But I think we could hit this first target. I really do. But it hasn't really been going much of anywhere for right now. Okay, so those are the three. We'll keep an eye on them over the weekend and see if we can get a little run up. Dash for sure is just crushing it right now. One thing I want to look at, let me show you one other trade that's starting to show some signs, and I got a pattern popping up, and it's actually Ethereum. And I have this bat pattern on Ethereum, and you see this blue box right here. This is kind of my kill zone, if you will. with the blue line being my exact target I'm looking for. Yeah, if it'll come down into this blue box, I'll be looking for a reversal, especially at this line here. I'll be looking for a reversal, and at that point, we're looking, more long term. Like I'm thinking possibly September, the month of September, that Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin pretty well. I may put a target. I think my target will be right around here. This is a rough estimate. I'm not going to pull out the Fibonacci quite yet. I haven't even hit, in the trade yet. But let's say we get in at this. How much can we make on this, right? Like, what's our profit here? So my stop loss has got to be like right around here, probably. You could go as low as here, but that's a really big stop loss. I like it a little bit, a little bit tighter right here. And then my reward right around there. So as you can see, this is a pretty good sized trade. You have a loss of 36% if it comes down here, but you have a gain of 61%. So you could actually potentially, say this plays out over the next week or two, and it gets in this trade here towards the end of August and comes back up to here over the next week or two in September. You make 61% more Bitcoin by being in Ethereum, right? And then switching back over to Bitcoin. Because, I'm just trying to add to my position, whether it be Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin. I'm just always trying to add value by flipping back and forth between these coins. Okay, so hope that makes sense. I'll be keeping an eye on this. Just wanted you guys to see this and see the pattern. I am going to do a video, I believe, either this weekend or probably Monday, actually teaching this bat pattern, and that's all I'm going to do. I've had a few people ask for it. I don't know how many people are serious about it, but even if it's two, even if it's one, it's such a helpful tool to understand this pattern. And this one pattern can make you a ton of money in cryptocurrencies just by understanding how to trade this one pattern. And then also with the risk reward, which I know I kind of talk about that a lot, but it is really crucial with trading. So it's the difference between blowing out your account and making consistently 10, 20, 30% a month. So, okay, this is PIVX, and we've been looking at this this week too. And I got in right here at this line, and this was a nice little butterfly pattern with support over here. And you can see we had an up day yesterday, and we've had another up day today so far. Let me kind of zoom in a little bit. And yeah, I'm looking actually, like I said, like with these butterfly patterns, they'll come up and hit X, right? And I got some profits off there, but I'm really shooting for this target. This is my big target, and once it hits this, I'm all out, right? I'm completely out. So and then my stop's got to be down here, right? So that's another pattern that I'm looking at. I'm looking at PIVX. You can see if we go, let's go over here and look and see if dollar wise what we're looking at. So it's up a little bit today, 1.5% on the dollar. It's up 7.5% on Bitcoin, which is good. We're making a little bit more Bitcoin, and yeah, I'd like to see a little run up to, if I'm looking at it dollar wise, I don't have a good chart here, but gosh, the 220 to maybe 260 range, something like that. So it's still got a little ways to run. I think it can definitely go up there. So okay, let's look at Coinigy. Okay, I want to talk about this real quick because this is really freaking cool. If you guys like the charting platform that I use, Coinigy, I put a link in the videos below. This is like by far, so when I first started trading, I was trading on Bittrex, Poloniex, Bitfinex. Bitfinex has a good, they have the same template as this, but the cool thing about that, but Bitfinex only has, you know, kind of the major pairs that you can trade. I wanted to trade Digibyte. I wanted to trade, you know, PIVX. I want to trade, you know, any of these. You can look over here, but they link, right? Bittrex. I can go to Bittrex and it gives me every currency that Bittrex has. Okay, and you guys may already know this. This is for people that don't have Coinigy. Listen, save yourself the time and just get Coinigy. It's like 15 bucks a month, 20 bucks a month, something like that. It is so worth it. You can pay in Bitcoin. It's so worth it. You're going to make that up just by being able to trade on this thing. It is so worth it. You can have favorites over here and everything. And listen, by the way, this is not like Coinigy did not pay me, or I only have like 100 and something subscribers. No one cares what I'm doing over here, right? So I just am excited about it, and I want you guys to have good charting tools, because that's the #1 thing we're doing on here is technical analysis, and we're very precise technical analysis. We're not looking at this and saying, yeah, maybe it could go up, maybe it could go down, I don't really know. We're saying, listen, right here we're buying, right here we're out. So we need to be precise, and you need a really, it's just like with anything else, you need a really good tool to do the job right. And Coinigy gets it done. But here's what I'm looking at. This is freaking cool. I hope you guys can appreciate this. One thing, they have the Newswire on here on the apps. They have Newswire. You can go to Newswire. Let's go to it real quick. You can go to Newswire, and it'll pull up, you know, all the news, and it'll actually send, you'll see things in my videos sometimes where it pops up and I got to click out of it, but, and you can turn that off or on, but it'll have a running news thing and just keeps you in the loop, right? And then this other thing here with the, let's see, where is it? The Market Watch. This Market Watch is awesome because I can save all the coins I'm looking at. So you see right here, I've got all these saved that I'm looking at right now. Well, of course Bitcoin, Dash, I'm looking at Dash, right? And it shows me the change over the last 24 hours, up 40%, crazy. 7 days, you can do 7 days, you can do 30 days, you can do, you know, however you want to do it. So, and then you can, it'll show you the volume change too. Look at Dash. Huge volume, up 307% in the last 24 hours. So you can kind of see and keep an eye. You see Ethereum gaining some volume here. PIVX is starting to gain some volume. Let's see over the 7 days, has it gained? Not a lot of volume, right? It's kind of just been hovering around here. So anyways, I hope that helps you guys, because this is really cool. And then the last thing is this. And this is what's got me pretty jacked up because I understand the value here. This is the ARB matrix on Coinigy. And what this does, this is arbitrage. Arbitrage is when if you guys aren't familiar with the term, arbitrage is when there's a price discrepancy between two exchanges, like a difference in the price. So if you notice, and it's something you could take advantage of. There's an arbitrage there. It's considered a low risk trade because you're not really trading and you saying it's going to go higher or lower. You're just taking advantage of the price discrepancies. So what this does here is, if you say, let's take Gemini. I don't know if anybody's used Gemini before, but if I buy on Gemini and I sell on OK, the exchange, there's it's showing me a 7% difference in the price. So I can take advantage of this. Okay, let's see if there's another, I need an exchange. Okay, GDAX, that's a good. So there's like 2.192% price discrepancy right now at this moment between Gemini and GDAX on Bitcoin. And you can actually type in any coin that you want here. If I want to look at Litecoin, or actually let's look at Dash, because Dash is moving so quick and has so much volatility right now. There might be some really good price discrepancies. Some of these bigger ones I'm a little skeptical on, right? So I'm not sure about that. If you buy on this one right here and sell on Bittrex, you can get 8.6. See, it's closing in 8.6% profit. Just by, and what they're gonna end up doing, I think they're going to end up linking this stuff together to where you can actually facilitate the arbitrage trades on their exchange through APIs with connecting to your exchanges. Like, you can already connect to your exchanges and make all your trades on Coinigy. I can come over here and I can connect, pretty much anything I want to on any exchange, and you can see accounts. I haven't done it yet, and I really need to do that. I'm going to work on that this weekend, but and just that way you can place all your orders right here. And another really cool thing too is just you can set alerts on here, right? So like, say you just don't want to stare at the screen all day. Well, okay, I set an alert here. Alert me when PIVX, when the price rises above this point right here, because I know, hey, I'm going to make a decision right here. If I don't have a limit order resting here, I maybe want to think about making a decision there. Or Bitcoin, if you want to track the price of Bitcoin, whatever it is. And it's that simple. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that this has me really excited because I understand there's a huge arbitrage opportunity. I know it's not as simple as, going here to here. If everybody be doing that right there, and that would be closing in, that gap would be closing in. So I know there's some things that need to be worked out, but I think it's a really cool thing that they're working on, and that's why Coinigy by far is the best. If you guys have spent any time trying to look at charts on Bittrex or Poloniex or anything, especially if you're trying to do patterns, I mean, no offense to them, but it's trash. It just does not get the job done. So Coinigy definitely is doing it for me. It's so worth the like $20 a month or whatever it is. So anyways, just wanted to show you guys that. If you haven't gotten Coinigy, just check it out and see if you like it. I think you can do a free trial. Just do a free trial and see if you like it. I mean, no harm there, right? 30 days, I think you get a free trial. So anyways, guys, I'll be checking back in Monday with y'all. Just wanted to show y'all the trades I'm looking at and give you this update on Coinigy because I really like some of the stuff they're doing. So anyways, take care, guys.